Welcome back, guys, and welcome to the, of course, what I like to call the Polish-Soviet War going on right now in our Hearts of Iron 4 game, guys. We are trying to push across the Polish front, but it's pretty difficult, I must say. These Poles fight hard, and we've actually accidentally merged two armies together. I don't want to unmerge them yet, because if we do, that's going to cause a whole panic amongst the line, and it's just not something we can afford to do right now. As you can see, we are managing to cut the enemy off somewhat, and I'm definitely going to try to get behind their lines with some of these units, do a little bit of micromanaging just to make sure that we cut through here in the best way possible. So Hypsocrates' Iron Front continues forward, trying to take the territory back for the great Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Whether or not it's going to be effective enough, only time will tell. Here we go. As you can see, moving some troops through. I'm going to go ahead and make sure they meet our army so that we can create these gaps in the enemy's lines. Come on, boys. I'm going to pause just a little bit here. So I really like what's going on now. The issue is that we still have a lot of work to do in terms of winning, and then of course we're going to have to split those armies, reform them, and make something a little bit more manageable, because I don't think 67 is manageable. Then again, it looks like this commander here, Ivan Konyev, is doing just fine with this army, which is a little creepy to say the least. Let's take a look here. Ivan Konyev, I think he's following, is he following this? Yeah, he's the Latvian Freedom Corps. And we want to see the second general here, which is going to be Hypsocrates' Iron Brigade. We want to go ahead and form another offensive line. That's right, we got to select them all. Select them all. Got to catch them all. Ugh. Shouldn't have said that, should I? What a disgusting thing to say. Let's go ahead and offensive line once again over here by Warsaw. And there's actually a double gap there. I like that. We're going to go ahead and make sure that our men are charging through. And we will go ahead and put that plan in motion. It looks like Hypsocrates' Iron Brigade is already keen to push, and they are going for it. Look at that. Okay, we're still pushing on this tiny little pocket of German and Polish resistance. And I really want to get rid of these guys because don't need them behind our lines. We're supposed to get behind them, not the other way around. We've also got some research slots available, so let's go ahead and probably time to get a field hospital, don't you guys think? Especially with all of these casualties I'm sure we're incurring in this war, we probably want to go ahead and secure that field hospital as soon as possible. Come on, boys, get to Warsaw. Here at Grodno, we might just push straight for Warsaw. Okay, more victories, guys. Look at all these victories across the line. And Władysław Sikorski is actually the general that takes over the country after the war, I believe. I might be wrong about this, but I know that I've seen him as leader of the country before in my Let's Plays. So there we go, getting closer and closer with the Freedom Corps. And it looks like these separatists, well, not really separatists, but I guess you could call them soldiers that have unfortunately fallen behind the line. We are crushing them very, very, very quickly. Still a lot of movement to do, but we're on a decent path here. Make sure we're hitting this guy with a lot of force. Because right here, the enemy's actually holding us back pretty well. They're pushing us back slowly, and this is probably because of General Albert Kesselring. The German support here for the Polish is uncanny. What a surprise that the Germans would support the Polish if we attacked first. Alright, there we go. It's finished, and these guys will, of course, rejoin the army in their attack on the rest of Poland. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this pocket under control. Seems pretty vicious over here at Brest-Litovsk. But we're still going to try to take it. Brest-Litovsky. Charge, boys. Looks like everywhere around this city we're winning very, very almost entirely, but near the city itself, we're not doing very well. So I'm going to try to cut through and actually get behind the enemy line with some of these units. Here we go, guys. Still pressing on that border. I'm going to take some of these tank units and send them through. That's what we like to see. Steady sweep through Poland. Look at this, guys. We've actually got a lot of guys here on the border that are still fighting for Brest-Litovsk. Once we actually get behind them, though, I think that they're pretty much finished. Let's do that. Get behind the enemy troops here, cut off their city, and now it will become part of the great Soviet Empire. Well, it's not really an empire, that's not really the right thing to say, but the great Soviet people. How about that? The internationalist cause. Whatever sounds less evil. Alright, we're going straight for Warsaw, guys. I think especially after this rude defense of the Polish, we're going to have to do something about this. So there we go, the fall of Warsaw. Unlike 1920, there was no miracle at the Vistula when Soviet armies recently approached Warsaw, and that's when the Polish actually managed to beat the Soviets. Here, the Polish resistance in the city has largely collapsed, and the Soviet flag can be seen raised over most government buildings. Are we witnessing the end of the Polish nation, or will their forces somehow manage to rebound and retake their capital? Most experts consider this scenario unlikely. Onwards, comrades. Victory is in sight. Alright, so we still have to take Krakow before the Poles surrender entirely. So we're going to go ahead, we're going full tilt. And we're also going full tilt with our army divisions across the front here. Grab these guys and go straight for Krakow. Okay, the fate of Czechoslovakia. So it looks like, of course, the Germans are going to go ahead and do their natural role of attacking the Czechs. Pretty much what I expected. And hopefully that will keep them out of our hair here in Poland. I hope so, anyway. I want to take Krakow without any problems whatsoever. And at this point, we're going for a full Soviet charge just right through the lines. We're not even going to wait. We're just going to go and attack everything we see in our way. Come on, boys. Bring some of these troops back to fight off any possible Polish counterattacks, like this one right here. We can't go crazy. Alright, I think we can cut through here. That's what I'm talking about. And up here in the north, we're still holding strong. So as long as we can hold the line, I'm feeling good. Make sure we don't want to lose Warsaw, so let's make sure to keep troops in there at all times. Might actually redraw some lines here, but I think we're pretty close to breaking Krakow, so I'm not going to draw the lines yet. This is truly a nail-biter here. I don't want to lose to Poland. That would be terrible. This might be the first war we've actually led successfully, as in like an actual challenge that we've managed to successfully win in and beat. And I hope that's the case. Send these tanks. I don't know what they're doing all the way back here. But oh my goodness, is it possible we got some Polish troops over here too? Yes, they've taken a small part of the country over here. I want to move in and finish them off. No wonder our guys have been stuck in this sector. Alright, more victories, guys, over here near Warsaw. We're not going to lose it, don't worry. We will win this war. Some TAC bombers here. Alright, we've got Warsaw nicely in our grasp. And at this point, it's just that push on the final city of Krakow. In fact, some of our tank units seem to be directly above it. Got to be careful not to get cut off, but I think we're alright here. We should send these guys. We should have sent these guys over here. It's a bit late now, but they're getting reinforcements. Have faith, my friends. The Soviet cause will win. And one thing I really want to happen is I really want to get that anti-fascist diplomacy set up. That's something we need to do, hopefully, before this war ends. There we go. Look at our armies mopping up the Polish troops here. They have no chance. And, of course, I can only imagine the awful Katyn massacre to come if we win this war. We gotta make sure that these commissars don't cause us problems like the Trotskyites did. Come on, boys. You have more fight left in you, I know it. Battle for Krakow is continuing here, and there we go. Krakow is in our hands. I don't see why they're going to insist on fighting on, but it's possible that the Polish home army is going to keep the fight up indefinitely to try and stop us. I don't think it's going to work very well, but they can certainly try. Why not? We're just going to keep cutting through their lines, and it looks like, yes, they've run to Danzig. So right now we're actually going to go ahead and redraw our offensive lines. We're going to pause for a second, select all of our units, draw a new offensive line near Danzig, and go ahead, add the guys to that movement order. Here we go. So we're going to start attacking towards Danzig with this army. Of course, I'm going to keep this army down here and look at that. We're already getting some fierce attacks. We might go ahead and grab, actually, the second army. Where are they? There we go. Hipsokratea's Iron Brigade. We're going to select all. And we're going to push up offensive line near Danzig as well. So once again, we're pushing through. Here we go, guys. Hope for the best here. For these Poles behind our lines, I'm going to have to attack. We can't just let them be behind our lines. There we go, the Treaty of Danzig. That's what I thought. We're going to conquer Poland entirely. We can even ask them to liberate Czechoslovakia. Unbelievable. I'm not going to do that. That would be a bit crazy. Let's go ahead and take all states. We can't take all of them, but let's go ahead and take the ones that are important to us, that are right near our border. And this is not the end of the peace talks. We're actually going to have to pass. So let me get rid of that. Got to make sure that it allows us to hit it done. If it doesn't, I see what the issue is. Let's get rid of all of these. Sorry, guys. Let's try again. Here we go. Vilno, Noworgrek, Boleshki, Volin. We can't take any of these yet? Come on. So we can hit done there. What about a puppet? Okay, well, we're going to say pass. We just hit conquer. We should have just been able to conquer. We don't want to liberate Czechoslovakia. We don't want to make them a puppet. We don't want to make Czechoslovakia a satellite. And we don't want to take all states. We're going to go ahead and pass. Now our score is 690. We still can't take. Let's pass again. We still can't take it. Pass. Ah, I see what's going on. So it looks like our allies are taking stuff first. Is that possible? So Mongolia is going to liberate Czechoslovakia. Alright, let's just make our demands and then we'll end the turn. Oh, wow, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Unbelievable that Mongolia took Czechoslovakia. We're going to take the rest of Poland. In fact, I think I want to take just a little bit, maybe leave a little Polish satellite here in Danzig. Yeah, we'll leave a little Polish satellite state. And we will say done. There we go, guys. The peace has begun. We're going to go ahead and form these guys on new fronts, especially since now we are on the front line with the evil, evil, evil Nazis. So let's go ahead, set these guys up on this front. There we go. It's the first army. And actually, it looks like that army with 67 fought very well, and they're actually getting perfect supply, so maybe Voroshilov can fight by himself. Sorry, Konyev can fight by himself. I don't know. I guess this guy is a lot tougher than we thought. So let's go ahead. We're going to select all units over here too, and we're going to have to make a second line. I also want to take a look at our new satellite state. For the second line, I'll go ahead, do something like that. Beautiful, guys. Unbelievable what has happened here. A true victory for the Soviet Union. And if we pop up, we can take a look here, and the new state is the Polish People's Republic. So, a communist Polish state led by Władysław Gomulka. I don't know about this guy, but very interesting. I want to create that satellite as a little buffer zone between us and the Germans, and I think it's kind of funny that the Czechoslovakia, a tiny portion of Czechoslovakia, has turned communist too, under control of the Mongolians. A puppet of the Mongolians. Now, that is interesting, to say the least. Well, guys, let me know what you guys think we should do next. This is a very interesting playthrough so far, and things seem to be going our way. So make sure to support it, hit that like button, and thank you again for watching. Take care, guys.